Yeah, the trouble with flying oil, though, like you can fly crude, because if you fly crude, you can fly the refined product back. But if you fly refined oil, you can't then fly the plastic back unless the plane takes all of it. Which I can't remember if it does. 757. Oh, yeah, it could actually. Yeah, no, it could fly the plastic back. So it is technically possible.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
My concern right now is these trains on here are very old. 38 years, that ship. 38 years. And still turning in a monster profit. That's so good. Pug, thank you for almost 2 years. You will have a golden acorn next month, sir. I don't like the way this passenger aircraft is losing 1 million. Is flying on not a hazard? Not in this game. That's better. Koala Combat ships. It's that one. That is a long, long way. You picked this game up because of me, and now all you want to do is skip work and play it. This and Red Dead 2, Pug. You reckon it's overcrowded, Bet? Well, I think that was that it, because it's now turning a profit. I don't know. It might just be when you look at it. Yeah, it's weird. Look at that. Like, it runs at a loss and then suddenly runs at a profit. So that tells me it's based on how many people were getting to the airport. Looks like we fixed the old passenger run here. Pyongyang emissions. I'm so not surprised. This was a mistake. Built the airport far too close to Pyongyang. There was a time when Pyongyang was doing the best out of all the cities. But two things. One, some of the other ones were just more aggressive at growing. But two, this thing is actually down 200 residents because of the emissions. Otherwise, this would be pushing 1,000. But there's just nothing I can do about them being bathed in noise. I wish you could encourage them to grow this way or something. Compare that to Feels Bad. She's on 1,188. Even then, it could gain 117 emissions. But again, I built the airport, but a bit too close. After that, I learned the lesson. Can you plant trees? You can paint trees. Kuala Lumpur, this city absolutely exploded. This was tiny when we linked it up. I reckon the next one to hit is this one, Ankara. I'd love to see if we started supplying it with tools and machinery or whatever it is. What is that? Machines and tools. If we started supplying this and then get the passengers into Shanghai, I would love to see how quickly this would grow. Because there's definitely movement going on here. Shanghai's a favourite. Let's just link that. Trouble with Shanghai is it's a bit of a pain to try and get into now. It's a bit like trying to put another track into Liverpool Street Station. It's just like, yeah, good luck with that. There's going to be lots of carnage if you want to put another track into that. It looks like a market town, but that's what I'm saying. I reckon it'll transform very, very quickly. I mean, technically, maybe you could add another track there, maybe. And shunt everything up one. Yeah, but a second train station, Pug, well, that's going to be more emissions for a kickoff, more noise. And then it won't... Like, we'd still have to bring it in here, which is near the housing. Otherwise, we'd have to build... We'd have to start building new links, new tram links and stuff. You'd make an over underpass for the main roads that cross busy tail lines like the one in Shanghai. You know, this is the original. This here. This is where we started in 1850. In 1850, we had a horse and cart going from this farm to that food processing plant. And then we brought food up into Shanghai. And that was the very first route that we did. And it's still running on trucks. Probably way more trucks than it should. Let's get most of the food that it wants, actually. It's a pity this doesn't want food. There is a plant here that will take steel. What's our steel production? Because we had a surplus of steel. Oh, crikey. Oh, it's there, isn't it? Trying to get steel from there to here. Good luck with that. However, there is a steel mill here. We could bring coal and iron ore into here, and then steel into here, along with logs into there, planks into here, goods into there. There's basically enough here to get the economy going.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Shit, it's up on this for a while.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Okay, looks like we need to add more trains. That's a bit annoying about them not coming. No, it's really... Trouble is, they're closed tomorrow now. I have to wait till Monday. No, I just booked it. I'm going to phone them up. You're the Chuck. Thank you for 43 months. You just got over a cold. Yeah, it's going around. A lot of people are ill. Shy Wolf, back again for some more squirrel goodness. Thank you for 35. Right. This thing has been neglected. This can produce a lot more. We need to get it leveled up. But the shipments, there's not enough demand here. Apparently. Which is interesting. Let's go and have a look at what's going on. Can't believe there's not enough demand. I think it's running out of oil. I think we need more planes on here. Hey, network. Phil shook somebody down. Do you know what? I think it's another one of those... Oh no, I did put road trucks on. No, it's running out of oil. That's what it is. There's nothing even on the way, look. It's just, it needs more oil. We need to send more oil to it. It's that simple. Wow, looks like Iberian Airlines. Right, so to do that, we need to supply it with more oil. Let's have a look how we're going with the oil situation. So we've got 3 on that, which is running a slight loss. Oh, blimey. These trains are nearly empty. Looks like it can't support 3 trains. Okay, pause it a sec. We need to nick that train and put it on the other line. Put it on this line. I think we already configured this, didn't we? Slip that over and then put another train on that line. Yeah, N10, you've said that more than once, mate. Kind of feels like you might be fishing. There's no requirement to sub N10. We can get that to spawn out of Depot 2. That's Phnom Penh Depot 2, which is... Phnom Penh Depot 2, clone. That does actually work, blimey. Right, that should get more oil into this thing. And with the extra planes, that should move more oil. That should start moving more fuel and all the rest of it. James, thank you for 17. King Awesome, how you doing, bro? Give that a bigger loading area. All the precious fuel bought back by the planes, I don't want to go into waste. What's got another update? Cool target this game.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Condition of train 32 is very poor. It's the only one on that line. That's not exactly a long run, is it? Replace them with the cheap train, I think. That's got to be Baz. Uh-oh. Rep. Rep. Made it like one too many. I really like how well planes and ships work in the game compared to being useless in TF1. I agree with that. Also, you've already have a steel train going from the mill to the airport at Kuala Lumpur. Just stock that up and fly the steel to Ankara. Okay, I'll have a look in a sec, Beth. You love sausage rolls, have it with ketchup or gravy. Brown sauce, mate. It's got to be brown sauce. 5 cars. Dang it. See, this is long enough here. Let's just make this a bit longer. Where's it gone? Scumbag. Cool. Should sort that out. The Q guy, see you later. Right, so you're saying, Baz, you already make steel train. You already have a steel train going from the mill to the airport at Kuala Lumpur. Does it actually connect to the airport, Baz? I can't remember. So the steel comes into here. Looks like it is connected. So the steel comes into here and it's consumed by this thing. But there is an excess of it. So you're right, we could fly some out of there. Fly that down to Ankara. Yeah, I think there's enough spare there. I think it might work best. I'm just gonna find Ankara. There's Jedi. Hey. Where's Ankara gone? There it is. So yeah, we could actually land steel. The trouble is, you have to run an airport. The cost of flying steel. What could we fly back? Would it pay? Would it financially work, or would it just fund the operation of this thing? Guess I could build the airport out here. A train line from Shanghai through Ankara and down to Phnom Penh. That would certainly help this grow as well. That would connect Ankara to this airport. Actually, we could fly the steel to this airport and then train it to Ankara. That would work better. That way we can already use the existing airfield. We still get paid, but we don't have all the additional expense. And since it already has a train line connected, fly the steel in and then train the steel to Ankara. And if we're canny about the line usage, maybe we can put a passenger train in there as well. I don't know if it's going to take another runway, looking at this beach. Collision. We need a bit more land. That's what we need.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Modify the terrain with a height map texture. What does that even mean? Pop06, welcome to the Nut House, sir. Thank you very much for subbing. You can train steel. What are you going to teach it? Huh? Can you run a perpendicular runway? No. It only gives you one dot. When you click that and then click on runway, you've got a blue dot there, and there's no other blue dot. So it only lets you put it here. But I think it's complaining because of the land. You have to do something like this. Do they sell Twitch gift cards? I don't believe I've ever seen them. this thing bigger now rather than later. The heck? If you look from the airport towards Ankara, the whole production chain you need is set up in a straight line, which is perfect. Woods to tools, tools to machines, machines into city. Yeah. If the trouble is, Baz, this takes 2 wood into 1 plank. So we actually need to get another. We actually need to get more wood into here. So it's arguably more efficient to just pull a train from here than it is to use that one. I know what you're saying, but we need to get 2 of these into one of them. Otherwise, it will never keep up. Well, we've done it before with the log run. You need a lot of logs. So what we want is 2 tracks coming down to here to get the steel. And then we're going to have 2 tracks coming from here. So 4 tracks going into that, followed by another 2 tracks on this so that we can pass through to there. So there's a station here, needs 6 tracks on it, basically. But it only needs 2. It only needs 2 cargo platforms. 1 for the wood, 1 for the steel. Yeah. Seven tracks, 1 for planks, 1 for tools. You what, mate? No, there's going to be 1 platform to take wood, 1 platform to take steel, and 2 pass-through tracks for the passengers. I suppose, yeah, we can have 1 extra for the... I don't think it's worth training the tools into Ankara, Baz. Just take it by truck. It's just not far enough. Trying to run $1 million train on that distance is not going to work. I'm still mulling it over, Bob. Oh no, I need to move this road. It's going to be completely in the way. Council doesn't like that. Could put the... trying to think this through. Could put the depot... If we have that going past here... And then the truck station can go here. And that's all linked. Paint your studio in your Twitch colours, that would look cool. No, Bob. You're going to paint it white. Couldn't you have one train take the wood to the plank factory, stop at the steel factory, and then onto the anchor instead of separate lines? You can. We've... The one that brings wood can carry planks, I think, but the... I'm trying to think if it's the same... Where's the depot? So you can put logs and wood and planks onto that. What you run up against, Pug, though, is this. This factory takes 2 to 1. So if you bring in like 100 logs, the very best you're probably going to move out of it is 50 planks. So it might just be better to send the train back and just have a separate shuttle for planks. Because what I can do is I can have a train full of logs moving logs that way, a train moving logs that way, and then one train moving planks, and that's the right ratio, 2 to 1. And this road is very much going bye-bye. Come on, game, keep up. Right, large country road.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Right. Caliloth. Merry Christmas, El Squirrelo. I look forward to any Christmas streams, but I also hope that you take the opportunity to spend time with the family as well. Hence why, Caliloth, I'm having Christmas Day and New Year's Day with the family. But I will take you in to New Year's and Christmas on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Just have a look at the schedule, Caliloth. Welcome back, Tessel. Right, so these inner tracks. So those 2 tracks there are going to run straight on. Let's have a look. Right, the tools want to be... Where's the passengers? They're all here. Might give this town a bit of space to grow. Pack station needs to connect through Ankara and towards Shanghai. That's a bit more tricky, Buzz. That's very tricky, Buzz. Can't really smash through that farm. We can't go over the water. We have to stay on this side of it. Which means the train and the road are interfering unless we bridge the road. That would have to go left side of that. And then who knows what it does when it gets to Shanghai. Tricky one, eh? How much FPS? I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's not 60. It doesn't feel like 60. Not now it's this complex. Sorry to hear that, Biomech. This road's going to have to be a bridge. So we'll take the end product, which will be machines. We'll drop them off at industry here. I'll get that going. You know of someone who accidentally unmodded themselves? I didn't even know you could do that. I suppose you can, Hannah, yeah. I guess it makes sense. Okay. Problem is we're going to have to jump over that, aren't we? Come on, game. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's insane. It's actually insane. But it actually looks cool. $1.5 million. Oof. Come on, game. Come on. Come on. There we go. Cheap bridge. Doesn't like that though, does it? Actually wants to join that. If I do that, it actually wants to join it with the road. That is so bizarre. It must be an elevation thing. What gets in the way of this project, buddy? Scumbag. Hate it when it does that. You find it so strange, are there so many train operators in the UK, Ruben? That's because it's been deregulated. Same reason we have a lot of airline operators, because that was deregulated as well. If you look at like what goes on in the States, it's a different story. But yeah, deregulation means a lot more competition, therefore drives the prices down and creates a lot more diversity. That's the theory. Slightly different with the trains, though. Well, yes and no, Ruben. There are many reasons why it's more expensive. Let's see, we've got 2 tracks into that. They will go on. I'll have to bust that road. So it's going to limit the track to 179 round there. Oh well. Over with a bridge or under with a tunnel? Let's go bridge. Did you want to put the road back under the elevated rail? Nah, it doesn't make any difference. The game does not care whether the roads are connected to the industry. It does care whether the towns are connected to towns. But if I don't touch that road, it won't make any difference. The only time it makes a difference is if I want to truck stuff out of there. Do you not need a track intersection at the Anchorage station? Yeah, I'm going to do that later, but it's fine. I'm literally going to get the cargo up first. I just wanted to lay that track in place so I don't mess up this next bit. Right. So now we want logs out of here, logs out of here, and they both want to come into here. And then this is going to take planks and put them into here. You still remember the first time you went in a tunnel, you were 6 and you freaked out? That's such a kid reaction. It does bug me why there's no 200-meter option. Like, it goes up by 40 meters. It goes up by 40 meters. Then it goes up by 80 meters. And then it goes up by 80. Like, why not? A 200-meter option is actually a good option. For a lot of cases, you know? When you was a kid, you were scared of driving through a car wash. I used to ask my dad to take me through the car wash. He used to love it. And now I'm a car owner. I never go in a car wash. Normal. Let's see. We'll take the inside. I think that could just be a shuttle. I can't see us needing more than one train there. You're the opposite. You hated car washes as a kid, but now you love going through them. I don't mind going through them. I just don't like the damage they do to the paint. Let's see, the steel from that's going to come into here. So that one's got to come out that way. I mean, it could run through though. It's kind of pointless, but might look tidier. We kind of do that. Mind if I run it through there, I'll have to take up. Let's just bolt some track on. Come on, game. Okay. You wouldn't recommend working at a car wash in winter, even the pair of thick gloves covered in a pair of waterproof gloves. I've come home with pink fingers and hands. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You get the chill, the wind chill, the cold air, and the water. It'll certainly freeze your hands. Right, we need 3 tracks. Whoa, what's going on here? There we go. Does it mean there might not be a Sunday night trucking this weekend? It's a TBA. This weekend? There will be one this weekend, Connor, but there won't be one next weekend because I'll be trucking on the Saturday. Okay, we're getting there. Right, 2 minutes. Can take that one. Nope. Should have taken the other one. That's better. So now we can get 2 wood into that on its own track. So we can shuttle wood that way. Shuttle wood that way. Shuttle planks into here. Take the steel through that we fly into here. And then we're going to truck the goods into the And then we'll build the passenger route, which will require its own world of pain. As far as you're aware, the unlimited use plans are unlimited, but maintain a fair use policy means that unless you go a terabyte, yeah. Yeah, I've got that, Ruben. I'm with EE, and it's like unlimited data, but it is, you know, they do have some kind of a limit, but it's so high that you're not realistically going to go anywhere near it. Yeah, I went from O2 a while ago. This year, actually. Actually, I think thinking about it, Buzz, I think it is unlimited, but when I go into Europe, it has some kind of... No, when I go roaming around the world, it has a limit. Can you build airports with crossing runways in the game now? Nope. Simon G, thank you for 9 months. So we put our... Let's get these in. Condition of plane. Some of the planes apparently are in poor condition. Blimey. Cyclist. That's a really weird name. Keep the Great Wormhole, recovering from a broken right hip 10 weeks ago. Oof, dude. That's actually dangerous, breaking your hip. You can actually get internal bleeding, as I'm sure you're aware. Thank you for 6 months, dude. Poor maintenance, Baz. I don't know. Might be a Lufthansa plane, Baz. Back that way. Is that right? Yes. Oh yeah, we've hit 1 billion. Look at that. That's crazy. $1 billion. Right, signaling over here. Oh. Railway Empire let you hold shift to place the entire line of signals at once, perfectly spaced apart. Dude, if you can possibly reach the team that make this game and say, do this. Right, we need to define the lines now, don't we? So we're going to fly the steel in. Have we even got a cargo terminal here? I do hope so. Yeah, okay.
Your northwest departure is approved, Ontario.
Right. So this is Phnom, or Nom, to, where is it? Steel's coming from here, isn't it? Look now. This has turned into a busy airfield as well. Right. That's the steel line. Steel comes in here. Train. Look now, steel. Better name. Machine key places signals at even spaces on a train line. That's exactly what the game should do. It's exactly what the game should do. I shouldn't have to individually do that. It's ridiculous. Which means either they don't think it's priority or they don't think it's worth their effort to do it. Like it's too tricky for them. Let's see. This is going to be from here. So what? I thought I was mistyping that, but it's not. It's actually something on my screen. There was something on my screen over the I in trains, and it kept making me think I was mistyping it. Okay. And then finally... Anchor, what is this? Machines, isn't it?
Aye, 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 aye.
Okay, I think we've got all the lines set up. Baz just saying at the airport in Nom is a tools factory. Near the airport. You mean that one? Which makes planks into wood that then also could be trained into Ankara. So the steel train could bring planks back for double profitable. Wait, where would the tools go, Baz? No, because that doesn't take tools. Oh, Ankara does, yeah. Okay. So, I don't think it's in catchment, though. That's way out of catchment, so if it was bringing planks, we'd still have to take it by... Yeah, that's weird. That is linked to that, but that is only linked to that and that. That is not linked to my truck depot. How annoying is this? So, planks that arrived here wouldn't get deposited in that there. That is so irritating. Wait, can we not configure our cargo building down the side? I don't know if this works or not. We're going to try it. Boom! Like a glove. I like that. I like the fact that you can do that. That now considers it linked. So, planks dropped off here would actually appear here. Trouble is, it's still not linked to that. It's linked to this, and this is linked to this, but this is not linked to that. This truck station can see all those things. But this train station can't see the factory. So we can't bring planks in and have it automatically absorbed. Can the depot act like a buffer between both? Well, when you say depot, do you mean this? Planks can be dropped here. I don't know, Baz. I don't know. It might work. I know what you're saying. It might well do. If we bring planks in on a train, in theory, it could deposit them here. But I think the problem is... I don't know. In theory, the planks could appear here and therefore be absorbed by that. And then the tools will presumably go here. It might work. You're pretty certain you need to move it from the truck depot. Where to? If you drop stuff off at this truck depot, right? If I was to bring a truckload of planks into that depot, this would pick them up. That's because when you click on this, it's highlighted. So it stands to reason that if you bring planks into here and it can see them, planks should in theory go straight into that. But I don't know. Look at the tool factory, it has planks. Anyway, it's a bit of a bonus thing. We'd have to actually see. We'd have to test it. The trouble is, it would kind of break the supply chain because I don't think. Well, we don't want to do it yet anyway because we'd have to bring more wood into here to get that thing going to generate planks for this factory and planks for this factory. And frankly, I don't think it can feed both. Asking one of these to feed two major factories is you know, we'll see. Right, so we've got all the lines defined. So we need to start flying some steel in. And we need to start training some stuff in. Cargo. Let's get the log trains going first. Otherwise, you could put a line of depots and have a hop to each other. No, because a depot won't feed another depot. But there's no reason why a depot sat in between. I don't know. I could see why it'd work. I could see why it wouldn't work. There's no way of knowing without testing it. Right, logs. Let's get logs going. Logs one we want. Contemplating buying another Yachts t-shirt, maybe a Yachts 4. Well, you've got to the end of the year to decide. Plenty of time. So when that starts making planks, we can start moving the planks. We're going to go under 1 billion in a minute. Then we need to get the steel train up and running. This is quite a long journey, this one. This needs to be electric, I think. I don't think that line's going to bring in 4.5 million, though. Where's the actual plane? It's coming back with no steel. It's got 2,000 steel sat outside the factory, but it can't spare any for this plane. Interesting. Let's see if they're set up as a consumer yet. Car and Machines factory. Alright, it's recognized it. It's recognizing the link now. So that's just going to take time. Right, while it's doing that, let's start moving passengers. Uh-oh, something's broken. Well, rip. Why is that not 200 meters? All the other stations are 200 meters. How did I not build that 200 meters? Is the train dead? No. It just can't fit in the platform. So because it can't fit in the platform, it basically can't turn around. So it sits there going, I don't know what to do. Want to play Swap Island? I don't know. I mean, the more complex it's getting, like, it's got to do more work, I guess. I don't see any screen turn though, Island. Did you solve your audio issue, Island? Right. Hopefully that can now fit. And turn around. That fixed itself. Twitch did drop out sometimes. Now it's fine. It was only you though. Nobody else seemed to get it. Font Anchorer. Let's go. Something broken.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Oh, was it the plat? Was it? Oh, hang on a sec. Oh wait, why didn't that work? It does not like this.